What is going on, everybody? Prodigal Lion here, and for a little bit now, we've actually known that Winter Siege is going to be coming to Call of Duty World War II, but today we finally got a trailer for it, and we found out a bunch of new things of what to expect come Winter Siege. First thing I want to go ahead and start off with is Winter Siege does kick off this Friday, December 8th at 10 a.m. Pacific Time and 1 p.m. Eastern Time, and it extends all the way through January 2nd, and it ends at the same times of 10 a.m. Pacific Time and 1 p.m. Eastern Time. Now, jumping into what we're going to be getting throughout the Winter Siege is the first thing is we're going to be getting is a new quartermaster. Actually, the female that we've been seeing in the as our quartermaster is being replaced with a guy named Butcher, and he's like from the British forces. So that's the first thing. There's not really that much about him. He's just going to be the quartermaster instead of the girl. There's not really much difference to it. Another thing we're going to be getting is double XP playlists, and we're also going to be getting a new game mode of Gun Game. Now, I did make a video like a week or two ago because there was kind of like a little bit of a leak that Gun Game was going to be coming to Call of Duty World War II, so this isn't really that much of a surprise to me. But nonetheless, I'm pretty excited about it because one of my least favorite parts about Call of Duty World War II so far is it feels dry so far, because for one, there's like minimal maps. There's not really that many maps to start off with, and then most of them suck. And the game modes, there's like no game modes. Like, I'm kind of bored with them. Like team deathmatch, there's obviously like the basics like team deathmatch, domination, hardpoint, but there's not really any fun party game modes. Like, usually one of my favorite parts about Call of Duty is the party game modes, and we haven't had any of those so far in Call of Duty World War II. Honestly, I'm not even really having that much fun in pubs right now because they're just not really that fun. There's not much of a variety, and the game modes just aren't that fun. The only thing I'm really enjoying is the war mode, but then that gets kind of boring because there's only 3 operations and it gets really repetitive. So yeah, I'm very happy that Gun Game is being added, but I still would like to see them add some more game modes as the Call of Duty World War II cycle goes on. Another cool feature that they're actually adding is they're going to be updating Headquarters. Headquarters is going to be getting redesigned a little bit. It's not going to look too different. There's a little teaser picture right here I'll show for you guys. It's not that much different. It does look like it has like a Christmas tree, maybe multiple Christmas trees. There's lights hanging throughout. It looks like it might be a little bit darker and gloomier for the winter weather. So I think that's actually going to be cool because I love it when games update their games to look like Christmassy. Like, I remember in Grand Theft Auto 5, they always update it every year to add snow and Christmas decorations, and I just love it. I love the Christmas year, and I love it when they add Christmas and winter feels to the games because it just makes it feel so amazing to me. Honestly, it makes me want to play the game even more. Next thing is rare supply drops are going to be getting replaced with something called winter supply drops. So they're basically the same thing. The winter supply drops contain all the same items as the rare supply drops, but they also include winter gear that they're going to be adding. Like, that includes, I'm assuming it includes camos, uniforms, maybe even helmets. We'll just have to wait and see, but we're going to be getting tons of stuff for the winter cosmetics and stuff like that as well. One of the new things that we're going to be getting in like the supply drops is new weapon variants. Now, I'm going to go and hold off on that for a second. I'm going to go ahead and talk about that in a minute. That leads me to all the new weapons we're going to be getting. We're going to be getting a total of 5 new weapons, 3 actual weapons, and then 2 melee weapons, because the 2 melee weapons are an ice pick and a trench knife, which they're just kind of more cosmetic because they're not going to really perform any differently than like the shovel, but they're still cool. I'm glad that they're adding it, especially the ice pick. That's really fitting for the entire Winter Siege theme going on. Now, the actual guns that we're going to be getting is the first thing we're going to be getting is the Gewehr 43, which is a semi-automatic rifle. Now, I don't know how this thing's going to perform. I kind of hope it performs really good because so far the semi-autos in World War II haven't really been that well. They're not even really useful, to be honest. Like, the M1 Garand is probably the most useful, but even then, you just get outgunned so easily because of how badass the other rifles are, such as the STG and the BAR. So I'm really hoping that maybe this gun will be a step up in the semi-auto guns, so that semi-autos can be a little bit more used, I guess, and can be able to compete with the other assault rifles. The next gun is the Sten, which is an SMG. Once again, there's not real. I don't know exactly what the specifics of this are gonna be, but it looks like it looks kind of like the Type 100, I guess, in a way. But so I hope that this is gonna be able to be competitive as well, like up there with like the Type 100 and the MP40. So cause I would like to see the SMG class improve a little bit too to be able to compete with like the BAR. Now, the last gun is an LMG, and it's called the GPMG. Now, I don't know that much about this gun, and I myself don't really use LMGs that much. The only time I really do is if I'm like defending an objective on war, but even then I don't typically use them. So if you're an LMG user out there, then here's a new gun for you. I'm not really going to be using it probably, but that's one the other gun. Now, as I said, they're going to be adding weapon variants, so let me go ahead and talk about that for a second. Now, weapon variants, first of all, they are just cosmetic only. All these weapons, all the base weapons, they are free. You get them instantly with the Winter Siege update. But the weapon variants, they don't come. They obviously aren't going to come with the base weapons. First of all, they can be unlocked through supply drops, which sounds kind of bullshit, I guess, at first. But they're also going to be available to be unlocked through completing challenges, because they're going to be adding new challenges to Major Howard, and you can complete challenges with Major Howard to unlock those weapon variants. And you can also complete weapon collections, because as we know, we've had that whole new weapon collection system, and if you complete an entire collection, it'll give you a new gun, a gun variant, and that's not going to be any different for these new additional weapons they're adding. It's going to be the same thing. If you complete a collection, you can unlock a variant for them. So yeah, I'm really liking what they're doing so far. First of all, they're adding all the weapons for free, so that's good, and then all the weapon variants, you don't have to buy a bunch of supply drops in hopes that you'll get it, and they're just cosmetic on top of it. They don't affect play in any way. So I'm really liking the way Sledgehammer and Activision are handling this year so far. I mean, it's not. I don't think any Call of Duty will ever be as bad as Black Ops 3 when it comes to the whole supply drop system. I hope not, at least, because that was terrifying. I mean, I hated it. Like, it ruined the game for me. Like, the game itself was fun, but it sucked. The supply drop systems really ruined the game. Now, the very, very last thing that they are adding with the Winter Siege update is the new Winter Carentan map. Now, as you guys know, Carentan was available to all Season Pass holders from launch, which, even though I'm a Season Pass holder, I still think that's bullshit, because, I mean, you're already short on maps as is, and then you're going to make one extra map only available to Season Pass holders. That's been pissing me off, honestly, from the start. And not to mention, most of us Season Pass holders probably haven't really been playing it, because since only the Season Pass holders can have it, and it's only one map, it's only available in the Carentan 24/7 map, like, featured playlist, because I don't think anybody has seen it pop up in, like, the just regular pub map rotation. So anybody who has the Season Pass, like, I have hardly played on Carentan as is. So I'm very happy that they're going to be actually adding Carentan to all players. This new Winter Carentan map they're making available to all players, whether you have the Season Pass or not. It's unfortunate they're not adding just the original Carentan to the full rotation, but nonetheless, that's still going to be one extra map we're getting. What does bum me out about this new Winter Carentan map is it doesn't really look that much different. It looks like it's just the Carentan map, and then they add a little bit of white stuff all over the map, and that's really about it. They didn't really change the environment or the skyline or anything that much. I wish they'd have made it a little bit more dark and gloomy and overcast. Maybe even put Christmas lights all throughout. So yeah, I kind of wish they would have updated it a little bit more. So yeah, guys, that is everything we're getting. I mean, so far, this is the first real update we're getting for World War II so far, and I honestly have been getting kind of bored with the game already. So I'm very happy that they're adding this. I feel like this is going to make me a little bit more interested. It's going to want me, I'm going to want to get these winter weapon variants and the skins and the uniforms. I'm just going to want to. I think I'm going to just overall enjoy playing the game more with this whole Winter Siege update. So yeah, that's all I have for you guys. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you guys are pumped for the whole Winter Siege update. If you are, please hit that thumbs up button and subscribe for more Call of Duty World War II content. And I will see you guys in the next video.